Hello boaters, welcome to Narrowboat Journeys. Well, it's the 6th of November today. This is the day I'm filming this, and it's autumn on the canal. And the last time I moved my boat, I had the usual problem of the propeller of the boat getting clogged up with fallen leaves. It can be very bad in wooded areas. The canal could be totally covered in leaves above and below the surface of the water, and they just magically cling onto the prop and stop you from moving. And in this video I'm just going to show you a very simple, quick and easy way to clear that. When I was boating along the other day, this of course happened to me. Because I was actually moving my boat and the boat was sort of out of control and I was trying to clear the leaves, it was very difficult to actually video the process as well. So I'll just walk you through it before I show you the short video that I took. The signs of a prop being fouled by leaves, or anything else for that matter, is that you will lose power. The engine will still be going the same revs, or if it's really bad, the engine may actually struggle and stall. But normally, you'll be sort of more or less the same power, you'll just be slowing down, you won't be going anywhere. There'll be less resistance on the tiller, so it'll probably swing a lot easier because there's no water rushing past it. And also, if you look over the back of your boat, down at the pattern of the ripples on the water, you'll see a big swirly mass of water. It'll be very disorganized and chaotic. It'll just be floating around the back end of your boat. If the prop is clear and you're boating along, the plume of water out of the back of the boat should be a nice straight sort of spiraling line. So it's easy to identify the problem you've got with leaves. The only reason I'm making this video though is that every year without fail I see boaters going by and they've got the engines on full revs and it's practically nearly blowing up and they're barely moving along, and you can see that the leaves are on the prop and that they're just not realizing it. So it seems very obvious to me, and I'm sure many of you know about this as well. It's a very simple fix for it, but it's worth making the video anyway because I know for a fact that people don't know about this, at least some people. So all you need to do if you've got leaves on the prop is just take it out of gear and put the engine in reverse for 1 or 2 seconds and then back into forwards again, and then if you look over the back of your boat you'll see the water will just blow all the leaves off and away from the prop. Now if you're in a heavily infested area with leaves, it's likely to clog up very quickly again, so you'll have to keep doing this. But I find that in the last 28 years plus of living on a boat, I've only actually had to open the weed hatch to clear a blockage about 6 times. So this works nearly 100% of the times. The only times it doesn't work is if you've got long stringy weeds, well, brambles and reeds and things like that wrapped around the prop. If you have got that, it's still worth trying this anyway, because very often it will work, but you may have to resort to getting the weed hatch open and cutting it all away with a knife if it doesn't work. If you're boating in urban areas, then you're likely to get rope and string and plastic bags and all sorts of things caught around the prop. In that case, it's still worth trying this technique, but there's a good chance you will have to get the weed hatch open and excuse me. There's a very good chance you have to get the weed hatch open. I'm having a Theresa May moment. There's a very good chance you have to get the weed hatch open and cut away the offending items. I think I'll pause for a moment. So anyway, I was boating along the other day up the River Cherwell, and there were quite a few leaves on the water, not a huge amount, but even so the prop did get fouled up and I began to lose steering of the boat, so it was very difficult for me to actually keep control of the boat, clear the weeds and video it at the same time. So the video is short and it's not very good, but I've told you basically what we do anyway, and I'll speak you through it again. This is how you clear weeds off your prop, the easy way. So as you can see, the water is very swirly and chaotic around the back of my boat. Lots of leaves. So here we go, we're in forward gear, neutral, reverse, neutral, forwards. Very simple, and look at the leaves being blasted away from the prop. You can actually see them being blown away. And now the water is taking on a nice straight spirally plume the way it should be. Very simple really. Anyway, I hope you found this short video useful. I'm sorry if I've been stating the obvious, because I know a lot of you out there will know this already. It's pretty just common sense really. But as I said before, I have seen an awful lot of boats struggling with this very problem. And it will get worse in November, so forewarned is forearmed. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.